Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All present except for Nancy. I'm sure she'll be here. She runs a little late sometimes. First thing on the agenda, we have a presentation from the GSA group. Presentation with Kim Guerin. You're first.
Nope, you're fine. Yeah? Hello, can you all hear me? Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Okay. Good evening, everybody. So we started this GSA group this year because we wanted all of our students to feel safe in their learning environment. We want this group to build connections and open our minds instead of making fun of what we don't understand. That's why we thank all of you for opening this door to make a change at Eldred. Autumn Walsh and Wilhelmina Gerolds are two of our original 8 students in the group that we started. They worked really hard on this presentation. I want to thank them for working so hard to make a difference here at Eldred. We can start? Tina?
Yes, of course.
So just quickly, the overview of GSA is this is called the Gay Straight Alliance. Sorry. I'll just talk really loud. So this allows the LGBTQ, which is our lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer language. I don't know if that's and straight students. So it's a combination, and straight students to support each other and work together to take on issues that affect all students, including harassment and discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expressions.
Hello? Okay. My name is Wilhelmina Gerolds. I'm a 10th grader here at Eldred, and I use she, they pronouns. The term lesbian can be used to describe a woman's sexual or romantic attraction to another woman. The term lesbian comes from the Greek island called Lesbos, which is said to be the home of the poet Sappho, who wrote poetry about her love and attraction towards other women. The term sapphic, derived from her name Sappho, is used now to describe lesbians and lesbianisms. The term, in a study done, they found that lesbian students are disciplined at a higher rate compared to their straight female counterparts. 31.5% of lesbians reported being disciplined compared to the 21.3% of their straight female counterparts. I think the next slide.
You can take the mask off when you talk
Oh, I'm okay.
if you want. It's up to you.
Okay, yeah, I can do that, sorry. The term gay is used to describe sexual romantic attraction to one's same gender. In a survey done of around 8,000 LGBTQ plus students, ages 13 to 20, from many different school districts, found that 85% reported hearing gay as a negative term, 57% heard homophobic remarks, and 82% were verbally harassed, 62% felt unsafe, and 38% were physically harassed. These statistics to me feel very alarming because I do see some of these events occur at Eldred, and does not feel like a safe environment for all different students.
Hi, I'm Autumn Walsh. Bisexual. A person who is bisexual is a person emotionally, romantically, or sexually attracted to more than one gender or gender identity. However, people who identify as bisexual are not necessarily attracted to the same amount to every gender. It can be a sliding scale. Biphobia is very common in our society. People having trouble believing that other people can be attracted to more than one gender. As you see, the bisexual flag, the pink resembles same-sex attraction, the purple resembles attraction to all genders, and the blue resembles heterosexual attraction. Transgender. A transgender person is someone whose birth sex does not correlate with their gender identity or gender expression. 84% of transgender youth do not always feel safe in their classrooms. Over half of young transgender students can never use the restroom at their school that aligns with their gender. If trans people wish, they can take hormone shots to physically change their body, estrogen and testosterone, and get reconstructive surgery for their breast and private parts. Violence against trans students. 27% trans individuals reported feeling unsafe at school compared to 5% cisgender men and 7% cisgender women. Trans teens are at a higher risk of suicide at 35% compared to 5.5% for cisgender men and 9% for cisgender women. The term cisgender is used to refer to people whose genders align with their birth gender. Out of the 211 of students at our high school, about 4% of the population is transgender that we know of.
The term queer can be used as an umbrella term for the LGBTQ+ community. This term can oftentimes be used if you don't want to use a more specific label. Many teens are from ages 13 to 17 are in this group. In a study found that 8 out of 10 LGBTQ+ secondary students were at a higher risk for bullying, chronic sadness, and thoughts of suicide, as well as poor learning engagement and academic performance compared to their straight students and non-transgender peers, and only a quarter of these students feel safe in school. Gender identity. The term gender refers to our awareness and reaction to our biological sex. The gender spectrum helps to express the ideas that you don't necessarily need to fit into the stereotypical roles of being only masculine or feminine, and you can choose to express your self however you'd like. The gender expression scale on the bottom, on the left-hand side we have masculine, on the right we have feminine, and in the middle we have androgynous. This scale allows you to have the power and ability to express yourself through your behavior, clothing, hair, voice, etc. What are pronouns? Everyone has pronouns, and they're words that we use to refer to a person rather than their name. Some examples you might say are, they went to the store, she is in the bathroom, this is my friend and he likes to ride his bike, or Tyler ate their food because they were hungry. It is important to respect other people's pronouns and never refer to someone as it or he, she, because these are offensive slurs that are used against trans and gender nonconforming individuals. These people have valid pronouns. Sometimes people will change their pronouns because the ones that they had don't necessarily reflect who they are. It's also important to remember to respect those people's pronouns. Sometimes you may find yourself messing up or forgetting those pronouns. It's important to correct yourself and apologize. And if you see someone else misgendering someone and not correcting themselves, don't be afraid to speak up. I think the next slide. Sorry. Thank you all for listening to our presentation and letting us spread the knowledge. I think the next one. I just have a quote. It says, "Openness may not completely disarm prejudice, but it's a good place to start. It all comes down to education." Jason Collins. The Eldred GSA thanks all audience members for watching our presentation.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do a presentation. I spoke with the athletic director, J.J. Gast. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight because I guess he's with his kid's ball game. I felt that this was definitely something that should be recognized. I went to school here when I was a kid, and I don't remember this ever happening in Eldred for a small school. So I will read what JJ put together. Our softball team has had an incredible year. There was one game this year where the team was perfect on May 14th. The softball team beat Seward 6-0. Dana Donnelly pitched a perfect game. A perfect game is when all 21 batters get up from the opposing team and all 21 batters get out without a single play, reaching first base. Dana struck out 11 of those 21 batters, and it took her teammates, now bear with me with these names, Lily Gonzalez, Lene Kelty, Bray Greenfield, Mackenzie Simonson, Emily Faber, Gingold, Alexia Gingold, Grace Loretto, Lindsay Zodiac, Molly McCarroll, and Jalen Labuda to play perfect defense to record the other 10 outs. It came all together that day to make this team perfect. It eventually led this team to being ranked #1 in New York State softball rankings. This ball has been signed by the entire team to be displayed in our trophy case for everyone to see. This award for Dana Donnelly, who is being recognized for outstanding achievement in throwing a perfect game against Seward on May 14th, 2021. Congratulations. I felt that I wanted to make sure that that did not go unrecognized. I feel it was very important to do. So on behalf of Eldred, the Eldred Board of Education, perfect game, this acknowledgement that Dana Donnelly has been recognized for outstanding achievement in throwing a perfect game against Seward on May 14th, 2021. And here's the ball. Oh, here you are. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Howard.
I'm not too sure I don't know that anybody did that. Sorry about that, Dana. You were dressed up with a mask on. I didn't even know it was you sitting there. Now, did I understand it right that you went to your traveling team and you just missed another perfect game?
Yeah, I actually messed it up by myself. So, yeah, I almost had him, but it's okay.
That's great. I wish you a lot of luck. You're 11th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. They all better hang on next year in Eldred again. Good for you.
Thank you.
Michael, congratulations. Why am I drawing a blank on her mother's name? No. Lisa, sorry, I was drawing a blank on you too. Congratulations to your daughter, really. Mr. and Mrs. Donnelly, got a great granddaughter there. Hope to see you on TV someday. So I will get rid of my next presentation. I will read it out loud. Mid-Hudson School Study Council presents the 2021 Educational Leadership Award to Dr. John Morgano, Eldred CSD. Stacy wrote up a report between her and Lisa a couple months ago, and he was picked for this award. So I want to hand this to him.
Thank you.
All right, got that out of the way. It will be superintendent's report.
Well, before I defer to the acting superintendent, I just want to welcome Michael Carpentieri. He's our new elementary school principal. Welcome, Michael. Michael comes to us from Chester in Orange County, and it's not often you find a candidate that the entire board and all the search committees agree 100%, and that was with you, Michael. So you have a great vote of confidence to start your mission here. Welcome aboard. I'll defer now to Tracy, who has been doing a fantastic job as I recuperate from spinal surgery. I'll be back the 28th officially. Right now I'm not here because I don't have medical clearance.
Tracy, 1 minute.
Tracy?
If anybody wants to leave, feel free to. You don't have to, yeah. You don't have to stay for all this. We don't want to bore you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Congratulations again.
Yes, congratulations, softball girls.
All right, Tracy, we cleared the room out for you.
Okay. What do I go?
Now you can do your presentation.
Now I can do my presentation.
And thanks, Tracy, for taking care of business in my absence. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Dr. Morgana, for this opportunity. I do also want to say welcome to Michael. And thank you to the parents and the McKenzie teachers for being willing and able to help me with the interview process and finding Michael. I'm very excited to see you come on board, and I can't wait to work with you. I also would like to introduce Christine Elsis. She is with us. She is our new special ed elementary teacher that we're appointing tonight. So I want to welcome Christine, and thank you so much for joining us in person, and I'm looking forward to working with you as well. And welcome to Eldred.
Thank you.
Couple of things. First of all, I do have to say thank you to Sullivan 180. We got 2 checks from them, each for $1,000 for grants. And that was, Sullivan 180 is being led by Sandra Gary. And so we got $1,000 to go to McKenzie for the creation of a nature sensory path stickers. So you kind of create something for the outdoor space that includes sensory for all children. So I'm looking forward to seeing that being created this summer. $1,000 came to Eldred JSHS for, we actually got fitness trackers for our students, and a grow table, which is a hydroponic plant table, so they can look at how to grow fresh vegetables, fresh herbs, things of that. We also, with our fitness trackers, they have a very large US map, and we're gonna see with 8,000 steps on average a day, or 10,000 steps, how far can we go? And then have places on the map and to see where we walk to. So I think that will be, so thank you so much to Sullivan 180 for that additional funding. We did get on June 7th guidance from New York DOH. The June 7th guidance states that masks are no longer required for outdoors and outdoor sports. They are still required for indoor activities, classrooms, and what we have been doing so far this year, which leads me to the next thing, which is graduation. Graduation, we will not be requiring masks to be worn because it will be outside. So we have June 25th, Friday, 6 p.m. front lawn, so please join us. And then there is a rain date, June 26th at 10 a.m. I am looking for beautiful weather, because if we do have to move the graduation indoors, then we do have to wear masks. If we're outdoors, no masks. And that's for our guests and for our graduates. So we actually get to see faces after a year, 16 months of not seeing full faces. So that concludes my report, and it kind of goes along with, I do not have a secondary principal's report. I kind of merged them together.
Sounds good to me. Thank you, Tracy. Any questions from the board for Tracy? With none being said, we will move on to the elementary principal report.
All right, good evening. I too want to welcome Christine. It's a pleasure that we have her on board and that the Board of Education supported our need at the elementary level to add a special education teacher, and also in your consent agenda will be an additional elementary teacher at the elementary level that will support the needs of all students that we have at Mackenzie. We have quite a few activities happening in the classrooms at the end of the year, but two of them that we want to bring to your attention is next Tuesday we'll have our senior walk, so we invite the senior class down to Mackenzie to participate in a walkthrough. That will be done outside, and so we have that all set up for our seniors. And also on June 24th will be our 6th grade moving up ceremony. So those are two big events that are coming up with our year-end activities. I also want to thank Miss Lombardi, June Lombardi, for dedicated work in putting together the elementary yearbook. You each got one of those. She, along with many others, students and staff members, submitted pictures to provide in this year's publication. So that comes to you from the elementary school. So each one of the board members got an elementary yearbook. And then upcoming this summer, we have quite a few summer professional development opportunities in both math, inclusion, and literacy. So we have a number of events that have gone out to our staff through our online portal that they can participate in summer events. And lastly, our Healthy Kids program is continuing over the summer. I talked to Rayanne Nocera, and she informed us that we have so far 16 students signed up for the full 6 weeks over the summer in the program, with a number of others that are coming and going as that program continues over the summer. So there is a community awareness that that's needed. I was told this past week that the town of Lumberland was not going to be offering their summer camp, and I'm glad that we are able to provide a resource for parents to take advantage of if they so wish. I believe that's all I have for you at the elementary level.
Any questions for Scott from the board? No. Okay. That being said, Caleb, you're up.
I'm wearing this mic. Is it coming through okay? I don't know. No.
It's right on the top, Trace.
Should be a button right by your finger. Right there. There's a button right there. I'm looking at it. Yep.
Right there it is.
Right there.
Now I am. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so we're starting to wrap up the year end right now. I'm putting together the year-end financials. Right now, it looks like our budget projection for 2020, 2021 is that we'll end the year putting somewhere between $500,000 and $700,000 into the fund balance again. That's even after all of the money we've put into capital projects. That was largely because we were being very conservative and we had absolutely no idea whether we were going to get money taken us from the state. And when that didn't end up happening, we ended up with another surplus this year. We had a building walkthrough with the insurance company. They said that our buildings and grounds are all in great shape, so I'd like to thank the cleaners and the maintenance department for keeping our building up. The only two items they noted, one we are already aware of, that's one of our summer projects, and that's upgrading our fire system over at GRM. And they also mentioned that there was an underground storage tank that's near the end of its life that within the next 3 years we should be replacing. Otherwise, we passed that with flying colors. And right now, I'm just in the process of scheduling all of our summer projects that include sealing and restriping both parking lots, doing a security system, the fire system, new servers, the play area, which Scott Krebs has been working on with the engineer, and new switches. And that's all that is going on at this moment.
Okay, any questions from the board for Caleb?
Caleb, is the laminating the windows in the cafeteria part of that project?
That's actually being done right now. We just finished an increase on the purchase order because he said he needed to rent a lift. So they're actually working on that, I believe, right, Scott? If I recall correctly, the glass people were there not too long ago.
Yeah, they finished, I believe, what they needed to do at Mackenzie.
Okay. Yep.
All right, because the reason I push for that so hard is if we get a downburst, as occurs here occasionally, that glass will not come raining down on the kids in the cafeteria. It'll be more like a broken windshield, plastic, and no one can get injured. And that was an important thing to get done. Thanks for taking care of that.
And to your point there, there was actually a downburst in Port Jervis on Tuesday that took the power out in my neighborhood for, 8 hours.
There's a few more neighborhoods that got hit too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
So, yeah, they do happen around here.
they definitely happen. Okay, all good? I'd like to welcome Michael to the team. I'm sure you're going to do well. I think you'll be excited to meet everybody. I want to welcome Christine. Welcome to the team. I'm sure you'll find that everybody, it's a good place to work. I've been here, I'm 54 years old, I've been here all my life. I've been here for 54 years. I went to school here, my kids went to school here. So it's a good district, and we look forward to having you. I'd just like to thank the community for the support from the budget vote back in May. This is our first normal meeting. I don't know if everybody's been on for it, but I just like to thank the continued support that this school gets. It's very helpful and it's meaningful and it works. As you can see, it works. So thank you for that. That's all that I have. Public comment on the consent agenda items only. Nothing? Okay, with that being said, approval of 801, motion to approve consent items 401 through 704. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Motion by Stacy, second by Amador. Discussion on any of them. Any discussion at all? Okay. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Ayes have it. Old business. Does anybody have any old business to come before the board? Any new business? Second public comment on anything anybody would like to talk about. Kristen.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Dana and all the girls on the varsity softball team, and also say that our boys, the boys varsity baseball, are going to sections on Saturday at 10:30 in Saugerties. And congratulations to the boys.
I didn't know they made it that far. I wasn't aware of that. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No public comment?
Did I miss, Miss Padua is retiring and Mrs. Tuso is leaving us? I just want to say thank you to both of them for their service to the district.
Who's speaking?
Oh, sorry, Sheridan Counts.
Pata was not retiring.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean Mrs. Padua. Miss McDonald, excuse me.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Okay. I messed up. I have a walk-on resolution here that needs to be resolved. Be resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves a motion of the renewed Eldred Central School District Faculty Association contract for the 2021 through 2026 as presented. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Motion by Stacy, second by Amador. All in favor? Aye.
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 Ayes have it. Almost forgot about that. Okay. Any other public comment? Tina? Okay. I need a motion to enter the executive session. Second?
I'll second.
Enter executive session for personnel and a evaluation. I don't intend any business to be afterwards this executive session at all. So thanks for coming on, thanks for showing up, and remember graduation is the 25th, as Tracy said, and thank you. Have a good night.